Good morning and welcome to Personal Peaceful Growth Calendar Week 13. This is Sue Lawton and Deb Weyland. Deb, are you there?
Ham, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Sue.
Hi there, Miss Deb. So, we have happiness up on our screen.
And it's so true. I love happiness does start within ourselves, doesn't it?
It sure does. It starts with you, not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money. You, and not with pleasing other people. We want you to
Hmm.
be gentle on yourself. And I had several questions this week about what is the blood brain barrier. So I'm sneaking this one in.
The BBB.
Yeah. The blood brain barrier is a wall of high density cells that restricts passages of substances from the bloodstream itself into the brain. This protects our brain from foreign substances. Since essential oils are lipid soluble and have very light molecular weight, they can sneak through the blood brain barrier and affect their benefits. Frankincense and peppermint can carry more oxygen into the brain this way. And
Hmm.
some essential oils can also benefit those with brain issues. I'm hoping that answered your question, Starla. This week we're talking about being gentle on yourself.
Yeah. I love this little guy. Look at it. It says his book that he's reading is Mistakes I've Made, and we've all made them. I have many a volume. Okay, not just one, but volumes two and three. But I always tell my students and myself that the mistakes I make help me learn. So mistakes increase your experiences, and experience decreases your mistakes. If you learn from them, then others learn from your own success.
Right.
And it really is so true.
Right. And it's really important that whether you're being sugar free or you've set a goal of getting all of your callbacks done before noon each day,
Hmm.
whatever your plan is, it's really important that you stick to your plan your way. And don't be afraid
Right.
if you make a mistake. Oh, well, next moment, go back to your focus. Resume
Hmm.
what's important for you. Sometimes, especially in challenging weather, you can doubt your progress, regret your choices. Put yourself down. Remember, you're doing just fine. Remind yourself right now that no matter what it looks like, you are doing the best you can and getting better. Encourage yourself, support yourself, and celebrate every little thing about you. That's part of what's supposed to go in your gratitude book, right, Deb?
Exactly. But just remember the celebration can't be donuts if we're doing sugar free, okay?
No donuts, no carrot cake. Here is our calendar for this week. I am
Hmm.
gentle with myself and others. If you look at your life, many people discovered that stress they experience weekly and daily has to do with judgment, has to do with
Hmm.
harsh judgment of yourself, your interactions, your habits, or what's easy is what we call Monday morning quarterbacking, where we sit back and we criticize everybody walking by.
Hmm.
We're asking you to be gentle on yourself and others. And we'll play the music for you for this week in just a minute. We want to talk about affirmations and why they are important.
Hmm.
I allow
They are so
myself
important.
room to learn from mistakes. I allow myself to think new thoughts on learning.
I am compassionate more than critical, and that's a really good one. And I'm quick to forgive perceived hurts. A lot of times we make a comment or something much worse than it is, and we perceive a hurt there when it was never really meant to be there. We're so used to being criticized that we perceive hurts that really were not meant to be.
Not only that, but people overthink. A
Mm-hmm.
small encounter happens and they play it back over and over in their head, where the other people probably just kept walking and didn't even notice. By overthinking, you make a small encounter into stress. Stress makes chemistry that's not good for you.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why we love wild orange, cypress, and basil. Wild orange, cypress, and basil are a wonderful combination to help you calm down about what it is you're having excitement with.
Mm-hmm. For some of us, and I know that Sue, you and I have talked about this, we've kind of grown up with a lot of excessive criticism. And so it just became part of our daily routine for if we didn't hear it from someone else, we did it to ourselves. So it's a pattern that needs to be broken, and the use of these positive affirmations are really helpful in doing that. They're giving you the tools to break those old habits and change your thinking.
But it's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Cypress, for example, is an excellent cleaner of the inside of your veins and arteries. It's excellent to help your veins and arteries hold on to their elasticity, their flexibility. It's good for cell walls. Wild orange, is great for your pericardium. It's great for mood lifting. It's great for the D-limonene that is anti-carcinogenic. Basil's an extraordinary natural antihistamine.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful if you put this blend on the bones behind your ears when you're doing honest evaluation after you've completed a project or you've made a presentation or you held a class and only two people came, but they both signed up. Wasn't it great?
Wonderful. Yay, stop.
Ah,
That needs to be a logo for so many people to stop the destructive criticism. We just beat ourselves up. And I love what you're telling us each of the letters stand for.
stop
I know.
spending time trying to save others.
Hmm.
Easiest thing in the world is to take on what we call a project. The easiest thing in the world is to perceive someone who has needs you can fill and you feel sorry for them. So you're going to be the little mentor in life and you're going to be their quote unquote friend, but it's all very conditional and you're in charge of the relationship. That means you're avoiding your own virtues. It's nice to be kind to people, but not at the cost of developing your own talents. Stop
True.
tolerating chaos that's uninvited. So, if friends or family members bring you chaos and you're in the habit of fixing it, decline your availability. Learn to let calls go to voicemail.
That
Deb,
is
we have
so
to
important.
stop those obvious triggers, right?
Oh, yeah. To that old negative self talk, you know, so many people just getting up and going into the mirror, they start beating themselves up at the first glance of the day. And instead of saying, I love me and I can appreciate all the things about me and I'm going to be healthy and I'm working towards all those new positive things in my life, we already start beating ourselves up. So stop.
And stop worrying about pleasing others,
Mm.
especially if you're in a dysfunctional family or a dysfunctional relationship, because one of the bottom lines with celebrating dysfunctional is it's not fun and people are never satisfied. Move
That
on.
is true.
And that's why we tell you about music. Never underestimate the healing power of listening to your favorite music on full blast while dancing around the house like an idiot. It's
Now,
great. I love it. I have Michael Jackson. I have the Bee Gees. I have all kinds of wonderful music that I love dancing to. And I have no trouble doing that. Whereas we turn music on for our power
Brunhilde?
coach, Brunhilde. Yes, that's her name. I'm not quite as enthusiastic. How about you, Deb?
No, not as much. But when I play the music that goes along with our calendar, or like I just listen to the radio or a favorite album, I love it. And I was just going to say, what are you peeking in my windows? Because I do. I love doing this. You have to see me dust. I'm like the mad dancing queen with my duster.
Right, and everyone who walks by is jealous.
Of course.
It's knowing that your door's always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that are dried upon some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind.
Yay.
That was our friend Glenn Campbell.
Yep.
And
Great song. Great music.
he's got his sleeping roll behind the couch ready to go. If it's not working out, here I am. I'm out of here.
I recognize that girl in that picture, Sue.
Do you recognize that girl?
I used to be that girl.
Okay, when the old circle starts, grab your blend wild orange, cypress, and basil. Ripe over the old information.
Mm-hmm.
Erase all those cubes. Write over
Right.
it with I am enough. I love me. Use your oils. When these
Yep.
things creep up, you've got to change it.
Yeah. And you know what? Those old things will creep up. It's hard to break some of that, but just be prepared. Always have your bottle of oils with you. As we said, a lot of people make the roller ball up at the beginning of the week. And the minute that you feel yourself slipping back to some of these thoughts, get out that oil, breathe it in, and miraculously, you're going to feel much better. You're going to chase those old things away.
Okay, this is a friend of mine. She's a friend of all of ours because everybody loves Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Meryl trying to give you an example of what can happen if you pay too much attention to other people. This was me on my way home from an audition for King Kong where I was told I was too ugly for the part. This was a pivotal moment for me. This one rogue opinion could derail my dreams of becoming an actress or force me to pull myself up by the bootstraps and believe in myself. I took a deep breath and said, I'm sorry you think I'm too ugly for your film, but you're just one opinion in a sea of thousands, and I'm
Wow.
off to find a kinder tide. Today I have 18 Academy Awards.
Yay, Meryl.
Yep, yep.
And if she had listened to
Passed
them,
her up. Isn't that funny? They passed her up for the
yeah.
female lead in King Kong.
Wow.
Okay, part of being gentle with yourself is forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Yep, you got to let go of all that self judgment. Find it easier to let go of all judgment. So, not just yourself, but others as well.
Yeah,
What do
because
we need to let go?
when we're being critical of other people or we're reporting their faults as we have encountered them, we are avoiding our virtues. I know that sounds opposed, but it's not. It's like we're
Mhm.
overwhelmed by how talented we are. We're overwhelmed by our goodness ability, if you would have that word, goodness ability,
I like it.
because it's difficult to get up and to go and be kind to strangers. It's a challenge for some people, but it's easier if you just get out and do something new and different with a new crowd of people and discover you had talents you didn't even know you had.
Hmm.
And this week for letting go, it's about courage. And we're going to encourage you with
Very good.
Roman chamomile, bergamot, and basil,
Good.
specifically for letting go and for getting on with things.
Yeah, when you let go, I love this. You open the door to miracles. Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
A lot of people don't believe in miracles. A lot of people don't believe that they do exist, but they are out there. And you need to be able to accept them as part of your day and express gratitude for when they happen.
Right. And when you're expressing gratitude, when you're walking in praise, when you're walking in acknowledgement of the good things around you, you'll find you're unable to spend time being depressed. You're unable to spend time overthinking. Because gratitude is like a conversation with the universe. And the
Mm-hmm.
conversation is about, I love good weather. I love the beautiful flowers. I love the fact that I'm safe in my car. I love the
Mm-hmm.
fact, and you keep going on, and the universe is going, yep, yep, here's some more of that. Got it for you right here.
Right.
And we can't forget about Ollie Oil.
No, good old Dolly. As I said, I think one of the things that surprises me, I've been a teacher for over 35 years and worked with adults, but it does amaze me the change in our culture and children today. They don't have that carefree existence that I think that children should have, and they don't necessarily love themselves. They're very critical of themselves. And so this week's for them, it's I love me. And it's important to let kids learn to love themselves exactly as they are, to appreciate all their differences. And a lot of the differences means that they have a talent that somebody else doesn't have. So the use of wild orange from the blend also helps support them, pick up their feelings, make them feel good, and have more happy about me thoughts. But as a parent, you can also help your child recognize that they are unique and different and deserve to love themselves.
Yes. And here's part of what you were saying about the kids.
Mm-hmm. I
Confirm their
love it.
goodness. Acknowledge when they've done something good. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's difficult when you're coaching children to be adults to you want to watch out for everything, their politeness, their neatness, their conversations with other people. It seems like you're always on them. But it's good to say that was well done or
Mm-hmm.
be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can. You got to
Yeah.
give them credit and you have to give yourself credit. And how do kids learn about gratitude?
Well, first of all, they have to hear other people being grateful. So a lot of modeling, showing them,
Yes.
and kids can do gratitude books too.
Oh, yes. It's a great activity. Come up with
Mm-hmm.
something to be grateful for. Tell a
Mm-hmm.
story about it. I mean, kids
Mm-hmm.
have wonderful imaginations if we give them an audience.
That's for sure. I love this quote by Lucille Ball. This is so adorable. Love yourself first, and everything else falls into place. And it's so true. Because if you don't feel good about yourself, you actually project that out there to the world around you, and people view you differently. But when you feel good about yourself, you're just a whole different person.
Right on. And here's some little ways I found that you can be
So cute.
kind to yourself. These are
Love it.
simple little things. And rather than just do everything on a rush on the way out the door and the working between this project and that project, take a minute to be with yourself and learn to say, I need help.
Mm,
Sometimes when you're really intelligent and gifted and talented, it's difficult to acknowledge when you need help. But it's amazing what happens when you say to somebody, I could really use some help with blah, blah, blah. Two people win. You get help, and the other person feels very good that you asked them.
mm-hmm.
And if you're
Yep.
having a sad time, you know mine, I say go and turn your timer on and be sad for 15 minutes. Totally indulge it. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Don't deny it. Feelings are real. Process them.
Mm-hmm.
And treat yourself every so often by watching a movie you love. That's not a carrot cake, I can tell. Not a carrot cake. Okay?
No, it is not.
Okay. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Please remember everyone has instincts, everyone
Hmm.
has feelings. So if what you're saying and what you think and what you're doing line up, people can be peacefully drawn to you. If you're worried about things inside your head and you try to put a smile on your face and participate in fako conversations, people are going to move away. If you
Hmm.
don't stay perfectly present and your message then sounds like you don't mean it or you don't
Right.
care enough to be perfectly present, you're busy, you're thinking about your dentist appointment, you're thinking about the conversation you're going to have later with somebody. Be perfectly present. Do that for yourself as much as for the other person.
It makes a lot of sense. It really does. Be in the moment.
Reminder, you are awesome just the way you are. Not 10,
Yay.
not 10 pounds from now, not sugar free from now, not passing your foreign language test from now. You're awesome right now.
Yay. Awesome.
I couldn't resist. Had to put, I just had to put this up. She
I
just
had not seen that one.
Where's Dr. Sue? She was last seen.
I love it.
Okay. Well, this is the close of our week 13 of the Personal Peaceful Growth Calendar. We hope you've had some fun with us. We hope we've confirmed for you your worth, your goodness. You feel encouraged. That was the whole idea of putting this undated calendar together. And Deb,
Absolutely.
I really enjoy doing these with you. Between you and I, we find such great pictures, and I'm hoping
We
people
do.
enjoy it.
We do. I have to say, this one is right up there, though. I like it. Remember, everybody, you're lovable. Give yourself a self hug. Put your arms on either side and squeeze. And just know that you're worth it. And we thank you for being with us, Sue. As usual, yes, I enjoy doing these with you too. It reaffirms everything that we know, and sometimes I forget as well. So, have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. And we'll talk to you soon. We got one more get together before Deb and I buzz out of here for Hawaii.
Woohoo!
Thank you, guys.
Aloha.
Aloha.